Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com. Chris Nolan grew up in New York until he joined the U.S. Marine Corps in 1996. He then joined the U.S. Capitol Police until making the transition to real estate. Shortly after, the Nolan Group was formed. They continue to strive for the best possible experience for buyers and sellers. How can they help you in your journey? And now, here's The Nolan Show with your host, Chris Nolan.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to The Nolan Show. And Kayla is not with us today, so she's actually out with a head cold. But we do have Jessica Pecora with Coast to Coast Lending joining us. How you doing today, Jessica?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Pleasure. I'm glad you could make it. And we got Jesse over here running the controls, so he's going to make sure that we stay on point today.
Gotta keep us in line.
Absolutely, yeah. You gotta have somebody running things. So.
I know. Otherwise, we'd be running amok, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Things get.
Keep the train on the tracks.
So part of why I asked you here is because, this month we've been doing female entrepreneurs and, basically, what brought them to what they're doing now. And also, because we're doing the whole thing with the wine, women, and shoes this week coming up. And wanted to have you on here, kind of talk about what you're doing, because I know you've been working really hard and you've been in the business for a few years now, right? So tell us, how'd you get into, doing home loans?
Actually buying my first house.
Okay.
So I am a very independent person. Everything that I've earned is been from me. I didn't get much help. So when I went to buy my first home, I did it by myself. And I had this wonderful loan officer. Her name was Cindy Chasen. And she was a broker and she helped guide me through the process. And I loved it because when you're buying a home, a lot of people don't realize you're just kind of having this blind trust
right.
In not only a realtor, but your loan officer to not only make sure that the deal is done, but the deal is done right. And she did such an incredible job. We were finished with the process. And I said, and of course, you finish a stressful process and you're like, I want to do that again. So I asked her, I said, so how do you like your job? And she says, I love it. And it's just really, I love this job because we're kind of like our own contractors, but we also work for a big company.
Right.
So we get the best of both worlds where, it's a great process. And being able to get people into homes. So after I closed my first deal and seeing their first time home buyers' faces, it's worth it. It's amazing. And it's great to be that person on the other end, to be that comfort. And being a loan officer was nothing like I ever thought it would be. I thought I was like, I'm good with numbers. I really like this process, but it is completely different.
Yeah, it's a lot about problem solving and figuring out, how it works. I was actually having a conversation with somebody earlier, and we were talking about how my my role plays into it, and we're really more about trying to help find a solution of whatever it is that they need. And unfortunately, it's not right for everybody. But the nice thing is we have the tools and everything that we need, so we can lay it out, sit down, have that consultation, figure out if home ownership or selling or buying is the right fit for them. And it's great because when we have awesome partners, it's nice to be able to feed off each other, and not everybody is a good fit for everybody. So that's why we build the teams that we have, so this way we can have those different personalities to meet the different individuals' needs.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I think when I first got into this job, it was like, oh, I'm great with numbers, and I love looking through homes and stuff and seeing what people are buying and their personal, and hearing about their personal strives to buy a home. But it's the biggest part was solving problems and staying calm in very stressful situations. Because, when I knew that I was in the right place when I would have the borrower call me and be like, I feel better when I talk to you. And I knew, I said, this is a fantastic job. I love it.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because we were talking on here, maybe last week or the week before, but we were talking about when I bought my house. And it's so funny because I'm always helping people to, make the best decisions possible.
Mm-hmm.
when I was buying my house, I didn't have me to calm me down.
It's different, isn't it? It's different. You're like,
Yeah.
what do I do now? Because it's this trust. It's
Mm-hmm.
you're literally relinquishing control
Yeah.
to other people, and it's the biggest purchase of your life.
Yep.
And you're just hoping you're making the right purchase and that you're doing things right. I mean, it's very stressful on the other end. And I try to think about that every time I'm with a client, is like, I know that this is probably one of the most stressful things that they're going through. And to just, I mean, obviously there's bigger things, but at that moment in time, it's so stressful for them. And to just sometimes you just have to be that person on the other end of the line.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And one of the first things on our buyer's presentation when we sit down with a client is the first two things is you got to find a realtor and a lender that you trust. And most of the people, they've already been referred to us. So they already have a little bit of trust with us. And as we grow, we usually build quite a bit of trust with our clients, and they become friends. And I've been out to dinner and fishing and all the other stuff with them because, we build such a bond over the time that we're together. Sometimes it's, 30 to 45 days. Sometimes the process takes longer if we have some repairs to make, or maybe they're looking for something that's really specific, or, new construction. We were talking about that earlier. New construction. We're going to know a lot about each other. We're going to spend, possibly a couple of holidays together.
I know new construction is having a lot of stuff going on right now, but how many times, and I want to ask you this, how amazing is the feeling when people call you to ask you trivial questions months after they've made a purchase?
Oh, it's outstanding. I love it. Just building that base. Like I tell everybody, I want to be their own personal Angie's List. Mm-hmm. So people call me for all different reasons. I actually had somebody call me today because their hot water heater went out, and we walked her through the process of just, going through everything, and she was able to reset it and everything was good. It was just, she had a switch on the house, and somebody tripped the switch. So once we walked her through it, she was good, and she's a new homeowner. Mm-hmm. And she was, she actually made a comment that she was glad that she had me in Google.
That's awesome. And that's awesome she was able to reach out to you, too. Because some of us, we don't have anybody else to reach out to. So we're like, okay, where do I go? And it's really nice to be that person, because obviously you built up that trust so much that you're the first person they think of. And I think that's so awesome. Yeah,
it is pretty cool. It's a great feeling. And, I want to continue it going forward. Yeah, you met some of our team when you were at the event at our office. Kayla is normally here with me, helping out. She helps to respond to some of the messages and make sure that we have everything organized. She was actually disappointed that she couldn't make it today. She has a little bit of a head cold, so told her just relax, and we need her back to 100%. But everybody on the team, I mean, Jennifer's out there, and Ken and Katie, everybody's running around. Everybody else, they're working super hard, and their clients are, they're very receptive of it. Actually, it was kind of funny. I got a call yesterday. We have one listing that just went under contract, and I had a couple of agents call me that they were having troubles making appointments because we use a showing service. Mm-hmm. So the showing service has a automated thing that says, hey, listen, you have an appointment request for 2:00. So she kept denying them. So when I called her and I asked her why, she says, oh, I'm not letting any other real estate company come in here. She thought they were trying to circumvent us.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I was like, no. That's what we talked about.
That's
so
awesome.
We had a laugh about it. But yeah, she wanted to make sure that they went through me.
Yeah.
It's like, but that's coming from me. But yeah, no, it was cool. So it was a good experience, and she's awesome. Now we're under contract with that house, and she's all excited because she's getting to go where she wants to go. Yeah. And to her next chapter. So
I mean, we're in the business of helping people.
Absolutely.
That's what we do. We're here to serve, and we're here to help, and any chance we get. We're also here to educate and to, provide the confidence necessary to buy, because some people, I mean, how many people have you met are too afraid to buy a home?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And they're so terrified of the process, because there have been horror stories, and things do come up during the home buying process. It's never a perfect, although some deals do end up very perfectly. Mm-hmm. It's nice to be that person and to give them that confidence.
Well, and there's a lot of misconceptions out there, and bottom line is you don't know what you don't know. Mm-hmm. And that's why we do all of our consultations for free. The buyer consultation, seller consultations, they're free. It's a free conversation. If you walk away with some information and then you make an informed decision, I'm good.
Yep. It's the same.
That's what it's all about. So, but actually, we do have to take a quick break. So let's go ahead and take that break, and we'll be right back.
The Tommy Bahama brand is legendary for its sophisticated interpretation of inspired island living. Right now at Sunshine Furniture, you save another 10% on all Tommy Bahama Home and Lexington furniture during our Home for the Holidays event. Experience the casual comfort of the islands with designs made of exotic natural materials and rich finishes. We invite you to make life one long weekend with the cool and casual style of Tommy Bahama. At Sunshine Furniture, our showroom is filled with the largest selection of coastal indoor dining and bedroom sets, sofas, sleeper sofas, recliners, and slipcover groups by Four Seasons, Capri, Classic Rattan, Universal, and Hooker, all in stock for immediate delivery. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and don't forget our outlet and sales store directly across the street. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza next to Planet Fitness in Vero Beach. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Hello, this is Carol Jean Jordan, your tax collector here in Indian River County. All of our offices are scheduling appointments for in-office services, but you can get that little yellow sticker quicker by using our express lane. It's fast, convenient, and free when you pay with an e-check. Renew your registration on our website and select Pick Up at the Tax Collector's Office. Order before 3 p.m. and you can pick up your little yellow sticker on the same day. Order at irctax.com. That's irctax.com.
Experience the flavor of Old Florida at Marsh Landing Restaurant. Enjoy live bluegrass music every Thursday night. Savor generous portions of delicious Florida specialties with a side of bluegrass every Thursday night at Marsh Landing Restaurant on Broadway Street in Fellsmere.
Hi, I'm Chris Nolan from the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. I'm looking for new agents that are eager to grow their professional future. The Nolan Group has state-of-the-art systems and coaching to maximize your success. For more information, visit nolanshow.com. Hey everybody, we are back, and with me is Jessica Pecora with Coast to Coast. So thank you once again, Jessica.
Great to be here, as always.
I'm glad you're here. And we were just talking a little bit about the, everything going on out there, and I want to know about you. So I know you got into this because of your first transaction. What did you do before this?
Teaching chemistry and physics.
Chemistry and physics.
Yes.
Well, that's a big change.
Yes.
So that was where'd you do that?
Well, I did it Jensen Beach High School.
Okay.
Teacher there, and it was a great experience, and a lot of that has been transferred to the mortgage lending. So I find myself constantly educating people, answering questions over and over, and I feel like that skill has really followed me.
Right.
Of course, you try to make a career change, and you are trying to leave the career, but it seems that the career had followed me through, which, and I love doing, and I love being that person. And, people are always apologizing. I'm sorry for asking so many questions. And I was like, you ask the average amount of questions for every first time home buyer. And they're like, really? Yes, you do. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions, but it is kind of funny because I find that a lot of teachers, just like a lot of cops, that actually do really well here because of the fact that you have that structure, you already have it there. And with what we do, it's very easy to get off of that. And if you don't have the structure in your own life, it's very easy to get off track where you just don't do what you have to do. So yeah, I can definitely see how that would help out. Oh,
big time. I have a lot of patience, a lot of the same questions over and over, which it's never really bothered me.
Right.
And I know that, not every transaction is the same either. But I do get a lot of the same questions, and it's just, it's another day. It's a Tuesday for me to answer all the questions, and I love it. And it's a great, I like being that resource.
That's awesome. You talk about having the same questions. It's funny because I make jokes about it, especially when we do the new construction, because I'll tell all my new construction clients, I'm like, listen, you're going to call me at least twice freaking out when this is all going on. One, you're going to call me freaking out when they break ground, because it's very hard to visualize the home. And you're going to call me up and you're going to be like, Chris, this is crazy. My house is not supposed to be that big. The hole, did you see what they did? The hole is gigantic. No. And, and I'll tell them that. And then it's usually something about once they start to put the framing, they'll say the house is way too small and it's the wrong house. And it's so funny because then we get there and it happens almost every time, but it's an optical thing. You went, you saw your house, maybe you saw a model, or some houses when we're doing the custom houses, you haven't seen anything. We did it all on paper and, with 3D renderings and stuff. So most people are not building houses every day. Or doing loans every day. So it makes a huge difference. And yes, everybody has very similar questions. So there's no stupid questions out there. It's just got to, ask them.
Absolutely. And it bothers me when I hear people say that they can't get their questions answered, or they're afraid to ask questions, or that they're worried that they're bothering that person. And I try to explain to every person needs to know that this is the biggest purchase of your life. You need to be asking questions. It's okay to freak out. That's a normal thing. And sometimes, and I get, you get the apologies, but it's normal because, again, it's a huge, your home is your home, right? It's really where your whole life circles back to your family, your friends, everything comes back to your home. And so it's a big deal.
Yeah. And right now we have everybody getting ready for the holidays.
I know.
And they're all thinking about how big their kitchen is or how small the kitchen is.
Yep.
So yeah, everybody's going to be out there looking. We're expecting a lot of people to be looking at homes. And we usually see our numbers come up in around this time because people are thinking just that. I'm going to have all my family over. And I want to make sure either, one, it's big enough that they stay, or, maybe you're on the other side where you want to downsize so they don't stay,
Or maybe you're looking at all the snow going, I really don't want to deal with this anymore.
Yes,
so I want to move to Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the whole snow thing. I had to run up to New York this last weekend. And I was not looking for, obviously it was pretty warm where I was, but I was just thinking about, I was like, if this was a little bit later, we'd probably be running into snow. I'm good. So I left all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in Florida, so I can't really relate to snow, but thinking about walking through a slushy each day it never interested me. But I do see a lot of New Yorkers, people from New Jersey coming down here and going, oh my gosh, this weather is so nice. And then, of course, so yeah, the snow for Florida, I know the snowfall brings more people to come down and move here.
Absolutely. Well, snowbirds are coming, and a lot of them have already started to show up. But here in a few weeks, they'll be here. Quite a few of them, and they'll be out looking at houses, needing mortgages, needing to know what they can do, what they can't do. So it's a great time, and I mean, honestly, it's a way that a lot of people start to come down here. They'll come down first, for a couple weeks, couple months. Couple months turns into 6 months. Then they just buy a house because it's cheaper to do it that way than rented it for 6 months, and then they just stay here eventually.
Well, it's also too, it takes one family member to come down here, and then they come visit during the holidays, and then during the summer, and they keep coming back, and they say, well, I'm going to buy. I mean, how many people have you talked to? I mean, I don't know. I never found out how you ended up down here in Florida.
Well, so I started my team. We're also in Maryland.
Yes.
And so we worked the Maryland area. We were in Prince Frederick, Maryland. And we started to grow. And then when it was time to expand, the next logical step was here.
So it was just
I have family.
Logistics. Oh, well, you have family. Okay, there we go.
I'd been coming. That's what I'm saying. I had family down here, and I'd been coming down here for 15 years prior to me getting here. So I already knew the area, and also too, Vero Beach. This area is kind of central in Florida, so we get the really nice weather.
Oh yeah.
You still get a little cool up north. You get a little warmer down south, but it's kind of just a hidden gem right here. And you got fishing. You got any kind of water sports, outdoors. There's parks everywhere. So it is a pretty cool place to be.
This area is definitely growing and booming. And I think we had this talk before where I grew up in Jupiter, and Jupiter is like this gorgeous town now where the houses are so expensive. And I see it moving up north more and more. And it's just it's growing, and it's just going to be even, I mean, I'm excited for at least the next 10 years here. I'm excited to see what comes around. I'm excited to see how much Vero grows, how much even Fort Pierce and Port St. Lucie, that whole Treasure Coast area. I want to know. I want to see what it's going to be in 10 years.
Yeah, well, just in the past 10 years, 14th Street, the whole, all the stuff on the water. We have some great restaurants. We have more and more things to do all around. So whether you're looking, we're not like nightlife central just yet, but we have a ton of stuff to do. Actually, I was talking with somebody. She does dinner walks, I think it is. So she takes you on like a guided tour of all the restaurants, and they have like little tastings at each one.
Do that.
Yeah. So actually, I was thinking about getting some people together. So maybe we'll have to set that up, a whole bunch of us.
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be kind of cool. Walk down, all the restaurants. What do you think there, Jesse?
That sounds good. Yeah. We'll have to see who does that.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to get permission and maybe come on down and
That's right.
see if we can drag the wife down. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Sounds like a Savannah thing where you're like doing the ghost tours, but you're doing the food tour.
Yeah.
The food tour sounds really good.
Food tours, one of the things I like, I like the microbreweries. So there's a bunch of different microbreweries. Now, of course, they're a little bit further away than you can really walk. So maybe we'll have to do that on a bus.
Yeah.
So, keep everybody nice and safe.
On like a party bus, yeah.
Yeah,
or like
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. But aren't they building, from my understanding, they're building a huge downtown area in Vero.
They have a lot. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff going on.
Started it.
Yeah.
Did they start? I haven't been in the area lately, but did they break ground for it?
I'm not sure.
But I know they're building a huge downtown area, shops, restaurants.
In addition to the area that we have down by like 14th and
I
stuff?
think so.
Are you talking about where the power plant is?
I'm not sure. I remember going to an event and they talked about building this. It's going to be like apartment buildings, and then at the bottom is going to be shops, and it's going to be close to the downtown area.
Yeah, I think I've seen plans, prospective plans for where the power plant is when they tear that down.
Okay.
And they're going to build a park. But I don't know if that's official yet.
Yeah, I've heard of some stuff going on, but I haven't heard any solid plans. So
there's just a lot of potential here.
Absolutely, yeah.
So much, and I don't think people realize it, and that's why the home prices are just going up and up and up. In Florida, we're still building here. We're still growing.
Yeah, we have infrastructure grown, just like you said. So we have a lot of pretty cool stuff happening. So for everybody listening, because we are coming closer on time, if they want to reach out to you, they want talk about some mortgage processes and how that goes, how can they reach out to you?
They can call me.
Okay.
I don't know how you guys advertise. You can call me, or I'm Jessica Pecora, Coast to Coast Lending. You can even look us up. Our office is in St. Augustine, but I live in Port St. Lucie.
Okay.
So we're all remote, and anyone can call, or they can email. They can. I don't know if you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reference sites or numbers or anything like that. Yeah, they can reach out to me. I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. I'm not really sure the official,
Yeah, no, you're perfectly fine. They can email you at Jessica Pecora. That's
taking it down for me. Thank you.
At coasttocoastlending.com, or I believe they can call you
yes
at call or text at 561-260-3692.
Thank you.
So absolutely.
Yeah, and anytime if you're planning on buying a home, it doesn't matter if it's a month from now, 6 months from now, whenever. It doesn't hurt to talk to somebody.
No,
talking is free.
Yeah, it's great to have a plan. And Jessica, I know you do a great job for everybody, so I feel comfortable with anybody that gives you a call, having good guidance.
I'm happy, Dan. Thank you. I appreciate it. And it's an honor to be that person that somebody trusts.
Well, it doesn't come easy, and I know you work hard for it. So that's a beautiful thing, and I know you're going to do a lot to help a lot of people coming up in the next year.
Oh, you as well.
Yep. So we look forward to seeing everything that you do. And we look forward to being part of it. So look forward to all the other good stuff that's coming up. So, and Jesse, hopefully at some point we'll get you and the missus to upgrade your house too.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
That sounds good.
And with all the growing, you guys, because they actually just bought this place, so now they're growing. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, but it is time that we have to cut off, unfortunately. So I do appreciate you coming down, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
And we'll definitely see you again here soon.
I hope so. Yeah.
And for everybody out there, remember to follow us on Facebook, follow us to your new home, and we'll see you next week.